India as a nation loves its movies and loves movie stars even more. There is no debate on that point. But do our celebrities get away with things that a normal citizen wouldn't? The other side of the argument is that celebrities get the short end of that stick. That is, they become soft targets because of their celebrity status. Tonight on The Nation at 9, our focus is the tragedy that occurred at Vadodara railway station where Shah Rukh Khan's Raees Express made a stop. The event was part of a film promotion drive in which the stars of the movie Raees would travel from Mumbai to Delhi. 45-year-old Farid Khan lost his life when police initiated a lathi charge to disperse the massive crowd that had gathered to catch a glimpse of their favorite movie star. There are many facts that are important in this debate. One, the Western Railways participated in the drive by putting out social media alerts on their website, as did Shah Rukh Khan's PR team. Two, the organizers did have the requisite permission to undergo this promotional journey. Three, the man who lost his life was not there to see Shah Rukh Khan. Now, the actor is now being blamed by some sections about the commotion his presence caused. Others are blaming the organizers and even the police for not providing adequate bandobast and security. But the fundamental question still is this: did the organizers flout norms by undertaking this unconventional promotion? Should they have used the railways, a public utility, as a platform? And should the railways be held responsible as well? After all, they were getting mileage out of this as well, riding on the back of Shah Rukh Khan. We'll try and look into it from all possible angles today on The Nation at 9. But first, this. Take a look.
खुदा की मर्जी के आगे कोई कुछ कर नहीं सकता, लेकिन बहुत दुख था क्योंकि हमारी अपनी टीम साथ में चल रहे थे। हमने इतने खुशी से और आप लोग सब इतना हंसते खेलते हमसे भूल जा रहे थे, तो ऐसा एक घटना हो जाना बहुत ही दुखद बात है। और बस यही उम्मीद कर सकते हैं कि उनकी आत्मा को शांति मिले और उनकी फैमिली जो है वो ठीक ठाक रहे, क्योंकि मदर भी साथ में थी। आई थिंक हमको फिर रतलाम रुकना पड़ा और वहाँ से वापस बड़ौदा में गए उनकी सारी फैमिली। अभी जो मुझे खबर है वो यही है कि बेरेल होने वाला या हो चुका होगा थोड़ी देर पहले, फिर उनके वापस जाकर मुंबई से मिलेंगे। आप लोग भी प्लीज मिलकर उनको प्रेस कीजिएगा।
नहीं, उनके साली वगैरह को उनको मिलने गए थे, वो शाहरुख खान को मिलने के लिए नहीं गए थे। उनको तो पता भी नहीं था कि शाहरुख खान ये रेलवे से जा रहा है, वो उनको मालूम भी नहीं था। फरीद भाई नहीं, वो बोगी के पास पहुंचे ही थे और पुलिस ने पीछे से अपने लाठीचार्ज किया, दोनों साइड से लाठीचार्ज किया पब्लिक के ऊपर, और पब्लिक दोनों साइड से दौड़ने पे लगी और उस दरमियान में दोनों साइड से ऐसे दौड़ी ने पब्लिक, उसके अंदर ये सैंडविच की तरह हो गए और नीचे गिर गए वो, और उसके ऊपर से फिर पब्लिक दौड़ के गई है। और पुलिस को बोला तो पुलिस ने ध्यान नहीं दिया, पुलिस ऊपर से हम लोग को हटा रही थी। पुलिस ने अगर सपोर्ट किया होता, उसी टाइम ध्यान दिया होता हमारी बात पे और वो इंसान को देखा होता तो उठा लिया होता, तो ये हादसा नहीं होता। नहीं, शाहरुख खान को देखने क्यों जाएंगे, वो भी आम इंसान की तरह ही है ना। 5-5 रुपए में नाचता है वो, ऐसे नचोड़े के आगे कौन देखने ऐसे उसमें जाएगा वो।
And joining us tonight on the debate will be someone who knows the railways inside out. Mr. V.K. Dutt joins us, former member of the Railway Board. Also with us tonight on the panel will be Saira Shah Halim. She's an actress and an actor from Kolkata, as well as Nagma will be joining us in just a bit. Geeta Kapoor, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, joins us from Mumbai. I'll introduce other guests as and when they do join us. Thank you all for being with us on The Nation at 9. Let me start with you, Mr. Dutt. Using public utilities like the railways for private promotional events like the promotion of a movie, does that technically constitute a violation at all? Because as some lawyers in some sections in the press have noted today, Section 145 of the Railway Act makes sure that no nuisance should be caused by anyone on railway platform. Would you say that a film promoting a movie promotion using the biggest star perhaps that India has would have caused commotion no matter what? Do you think this is technically a violation of the 145 section of Railway Act at all?
No, sir, I don't think. See, railways is part of India, including cinema. No activity is complete by railways. And you see, historically, not only in India, world over celebrities has used. Abraham Lincoln, our father of nation, respected. So many people, celebrities have always used it. There is nothing wrong. And you said utility. Railways is a utility not enjoying any subsidy. And effort is made to make ends meet without subsidy. So, and it is part of the common man. So, if a celebrity now uses it, it is very, very welcome, and rather more and more people should use, which will give us a opportunity.
So Mr.
for
Dutt, you're
people
saying
in the
Mr. Dutt, you're saying by participating in Shah Rukh Khan's promotional event, the railways, the Western railways to be more specific, were doing themselves a favor, and there was nothing wrong with it. How about it then, Geeta Kapoor? There are some sections today.
No.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Dutt.
See, you know what?
Yes, no,
You know,
I'm not saying. I'm
start with
saying,
saying
if it's
Let Mr. Dutt finish his point. Yes.
Geeta ji.
hello? Yeah.
The point is, railways is a part of the system. So railways doesn't need that sort of, say, railways is where the demand is more than the supply. But yes, railways is part of India. So if somebody is using it, following procedures, it is okay, welcome, and rules provide for it.
Okay, fair enough. Geeta Kapoor, now I want your opening comments, because there are sections today who directly or indirectly blame either Shah Rukh Khan or his PR machinery, even the railways to an extent. A life has been lost. He was not there to see Shah Rukh Khan. He was one of those common passengers who, like thousands and lakhs of people, use the railways almost every day in this country. Do you believe his rights were impinged upon? Because the lathi charge had nothing to do with him. Shah Rukh Khan had nothing to do with him. He was just there to pick up a family member.
See, I'll start off by saying कोई धंधे से बड़ा धर्म नहीं होता, and I think he's taken it actually seriously, you know, कि like जो है धंधा वो सही है, otherwise बाकी सब गलत है. It's like, you know, the show must go on even if it means that someone has died. Now, whether it was a fan or whether he had come to see someone, that is like besides the point. Someone is dead. And why? Because he wanted to do something different. He wanted to go, you know, by train right up to Delhi, and, you know, the PR or Shah Rukh or the railway police or whoever is to be blamed, but one person has died. And that too, I think, I believe his wife and daughter were also there.
Yes.
And I mean, you know, it's against, I think it's illegal also. According to the Railway Act and all, it's illegal, you know, to do all these things on a railway platform. It could have caused so much more, you know.
Okay,
than
so technically,
just, I mean,
Geeta
not
Kapoor,
just one death, but one
technically,
death.
a former member of the railway board says there's nothing illegal about it, although we can have differences on that. I also want to go to section 333 of the Indian Penal Code, which many lawyers have opined today that this particular promotional exercise kind of violated, because what the section says is that endangering the life of passengers and people who are collecting at the platform, and hence an FIR needs to be lodged. I'll get into that in just a bit here. I just want to introduce very quickly Nagma, spokesperson of the Congress Party, herself an actor, a reputed actor, joins us on the panel. Ira Trivedi, author as well as activist, also on the panel. Before I come to any of you, I just want to, because you mentioned the dialogue, Geeta Kapoor, from the movie as well, and many people have pointed that out to us as well today. I just want to give our viewers a glimpse of the facts surrounding the case here, and I want to delve right back into the debate in just a bit. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we speak to Nagma, Ira, and Saira Shah Halim as well. Take a look.
दिल्ली तो आ रहा हूँ ट्रेन में, जैसे पहली बार मुंबई आया था।
जो धंधे के लिए सही वो सही, जो धंधे के लिए गलत वो गलत, इससे ज्यादा कभी सोचा नहीं।
तो शाहरुख खान को मिलने के लिए नहीं गए थे, उनको तो पता भी नहीं था कि शाहरुख खान ये रेलवे से जा रहा है।
Had such a warm, mad welcome at Wapi. Now on to Surat. चल छैया छैया छैया, अब सूरत आ रहा हूँ।
बोगी के पास पहुंचे ही थे और पुलिस ने पीछे से अपने लाठीचार्ज किया, दोनों साइड से लाठीचार्ज किया पब्लिक के ऊपर।
Don't stop just yet. Thank you.
तो पब्लिक दोनों साइड से दौड़ने पे लगी और उस दरमियान में दोनों साइड से ऐसे दौड़ी ने पब्लिक, उसके अंदर ये सैंडविच की तरह हो गए और नीचे गिर गए वो, और उसके ऊपर से फिर पब्लिक दौड़ के गई।
Actor Shah Rukh Khan decided to promote his upcoming film Raees in a very unique way. The actor decided to come to Delhi from Mumbai via train, but in a tragic turn of events, a man named Fareed Khan lost his life as Shah Rukh Khan's fans thronged the Vadodara railway station. But Fareed's family now alleges that police baton charge ultimately resulted in Fareed's death.
एक फरीद खान करके 45 इयर्स के हैं, वो गिर गए और उनको थोड़ा वो वहाँ पे अनकॉन्शियस हो गए। उनको इमीडिएटली हॉस्पिटल लेके जाएगा और वहाँ पे उनको डेड डिक्लेयर किया गया ड्यू टू हार्ट अटैक, जो डॉक्टर ने बताया।
पुलिस ने अगर सपोर्ट किया होता, उसी टाइम ध्यान दिया होता हमारी बात पे और वो इंसान को देखा होता तो उठा लिया होता तो ये हादसा नहीं होता। शाहरुख खान को देखने क्यों जाएंगे, वो भी आम इंसान की तरह ही है ना।
Shah Rukh Khan did express condolences, but was quick to distance himself from the tragedy.
खुदा की मर्जी के आगे कोई कुछ कर नहीं सकता, लेकिन बहुत दुख था क्योंकि हमारी अपनी टीम साथ में चल रहे थे।
There were some who absolved the actor and his team while blaming the railways.
You can promote the film anywhere. I mean, promote the film all over the place. It's a question of innovation. So if you've taken due diligence and permission from the railways, it is a railway responsibility to make sure that there's enough people and cops and security on the station.
And there are those who say Shah Rukh cannot evade responsibility, while the railways and the administration too have a lot to answer.
The PR event managers, I would fault Shah Rukh Khan and his team. I would fault the GRP, the government railway police and the police. It requires extensive planning, elaborate liaison arrangements and extensive police arrangements, to say the least. Obviously in this case that did not happen. No liaising, no planning, no execution and no rehearsals. It was a free for all, and obviously this tragedy was totally avoidable.
It is an offence under 336 of the IPC because it is endangering the lives of the passengers, it is endangering the lives of the people who are collecting on the platforms due to this publicity by Shah Rukh Khan and his team. Hence an FIR needs to be registered immediately. Action needs to be taken against those railway officers who gave this permission for this promotion of the films.
और मैं शाहरुख भाई से ये निवेदन करूंगा कि अगर उनकी सभा में ऐसा कुछ हुआ है तो सबसे पहले उन्हीं को आगे आकर के और उस परिवार को अच्छा मुआवजा मिले।
हमें लगता है कि भाई ये ऑर्गेनाइजर की बहुत बड़ी भूल है, या इस पर एक्ट दे आर डिफॉल्टर्स और दे आर देन हम उस पर कोई ना कोई लीगल एक्शन लेंगे।
स्वाभाविक रूप से डायरेक्टर जनरल आरपीएफ निर्देशित किए गए हैं, एक बार जांच करके रिपोर्ट दें फिर आगे देखा जाएगा।
Whatever the findings of the inquiry and the subsequent outcome, the fact remains Shah Rukh Khan's fans were baton charged and Fareed Khan lost his life. But then there's a message in Shah Rukh Khan's upcoming movie, and the irony is not lost.
अम्मी जान कहती थी कोई धंधा छोटा नहीं होता और धंधे से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं होता।
With bureau inputs, Gulshan Sharma for NewsX.
So, promotional event turned into tragedy for the family of Fareed Khan. Many people today, Nagma, are blaming Shah Rukh Khan, his PR managers, even the railways. But do you think those people are ignoring the fact that Shah Rukh Khan, as a citizen, has all the right to promote his movie as best as he can, and blaming the actor directly perhaps is stretching it too far? Which side of the debate are you on today, Nagma?
First of all, let me say that the incident was extremely tragic and somebody had to lose their life. And my heart goes out to the family. But apart from that, I think it's very unfair to blame it on Shah Rukh because the railway authorities would have known much before time that Shah Rukh was traveling. It was absolutely their, their responsibility to take care of the whole situation. As an actor, I have worked in movies. I've shot sequences at the railway station.
Yes? All right, we seem to have lost Nagma's connection there. But taking on from her point, what she was saying right now, Saira Shah Halim, would you believe that Nagma has a point here, given the fact that it wasn't
at the
just...
railway station.
Yes, it wasn't just, Nagma, it wasn't just Shah Rukh Khan or his PR team that was tweeting constantly, putting out social media alerts. It was also the Western Railway who were, by the looks of it, more than happy to have the star on board.
That's
because
all okay, but the railway authorities would have known much in advance that he was to do this promotional campaign, and it's in every month that we see 30 innocent lives lost. So can we also put some light to that situation as to why in the budget every time
but
there
that's
is an
totally
increase,
besides the point. That is a totally different debate. No one is blaming only one person. It is just that the
so-called authorities and the first aid. Why was there no first?
Can I come in here, please?
yes, I think Geeta Kapoor wants to rebut Nagma here for a bit. Geeta Kapoor, Nagma makes a point that the railway authorities did not only knew that Shah Rukh Khan
first of all,
was travelling, it was their responsibility to make sure.
First of all, shootings are totally... Hello?
Yes, Geeta, go ahead.
Yeah, see, shootings and all are totally different. Yeah, people are dying every day. There are so many people dying every day. No one is just saying, okay, Shah Rukh Khan has caused the death. But he knew that there is a fan following, there is going to be a fan frenzy. Even I think the railway authorities knew he's traveling, but no one knew he's going to make a stop at every place. And you know, like people,
no, that's not true.
At what we saw, that people are banging at the windows
not true. Geeta Kapoor,
and you know, trying to get inside.
That's not true, because the railways themselves were tweeting out every stop he was making in advance. In advance, they were telling people that, look, Shah Rukh Khan is on Western Railway, he's going to stop at point A, point B. So
And
they were
why
getting
is there
mileage
no
out of
tweet
it as
on
well.
Man Ki Baat when so many people die?
Can I just step in here?
Hold on. Geeta Kapoor, answer that first.
What? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can I step in here, please?
Hold on. All right. Since we don't have Geeta Kapoor, I believe... Can you hear me, Geeta?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't hear
I add
the other
something
person.
here?
No, hold on. Let Geeta answer this. The Western Railway, Geeta, were more than happy to piggyback ride on Shah Rukh Khan's back. They had no problem then. Don't you think the majority of the blame should go to the railway then, who were advertising it perhaps even more than Shah Rukh Khan's PR team?
Majority of the blame, whoever it goes on to, I think Mr. Suresh Prabhuji has asked for an inquiry and a probe into whatever has happened. And I mean, we should just wait for that to, you know, but even if they were tweeting, it was like, I don't know whether they knew that he's going to, you know, get down at every stop and it's going to create so much frenzy.
Well, he didn't get
and
down.
Whoever is to be blamed, even if the railway police are to be blamed, if they were not well equipped, yes, whatever it is, I'm not just saying that, okay, XYZ is right and ABC is wrong. What is wrong, that a person has died in the stampede.
Oh, do you think celebrities get the short end of the stick, Saira Shah Halim, that just because Shah Rukh Khan is Shah Rukh Khan, he's getting all the attention, he's getting all the flack for it? People die every day on this in this country.
How far can you go with a film promotion? That is what is the point.
Doesn't he have the right to promote his movie any which way he can, as long as he's not...
Am I allowed to make a point?
No, one second. First Saira, then Ira. First Saira, then Ira.
Can I talk, please?
Yes,
can I
Saira.
talk? Yeah.
Saira.
Yeah, I think, see, it's a collective responsibility. I think it's a collective responsibility from both the parties. The Western Railways, of course, are excited about having such a huge star on board, and they were tweeting about it. So in a way, I feel they should have done some kind of a security drill, considering the star that he is. It would have created panic, it would have created excitement. So I feel they should have been precautious before they went ahead and gave the approval for such a publicity, as it was being rolled out. Now with Shah Rukh's PR team, I feel that they should have had some kind of apprehensions about this entire PR exercise, what could be the repercussions, And, because this is again a public utility, transport. We're talking about the Indian Railways here. We're not talking about a toy train. This is again Indian Western Railways. So I feel it's tragic, it's fatal. Whether the person was a fan or not a fan, the fact is that the death has occurred because of a publicity stunt, and that is again tragic. It's tragic.
It's tragic. Shah Rukh Khan has come out and condoled the family as well. I want to go across to Ida Trivedi.
On both the parties.
Ida Trivedi, do you think that some part of responsibility lies in the organizers? Perhaps they didn't do their due diligence. Perhaps the railways took it lightly. After all, a life has been snuffed out for no fault of his. Yes, he died of a cardiac arrest, but the cardiac arrest came when the lathi charge came. The lathi charge only came because fans went berserk at Vadodara.
Let me tell you that this has nothing to do with Shah Rukh Khan. You know, that Shah Rukh Khan is such a big fan and that fans go berserk is not the problem of Shah Rukh Khan, it's the problem of the fans to behave in sort of such a ludicrous way. And that the police is using a lathi charge, which is such an antiquated technique, is really despicable. You know, a lathi charge is, there's many, many new techniques to discipline crowds, whether it's tear gas or whether there's, you know, water guns. But lathi charge is not the way that things should be handled, especially on a railway station. So I absolutely blame this entirely on our police forces and on the railway board. When they knew that this Shah Rukh Khan is coming, when this was all planned in advance, Shah Rukh Khan didn't do anything against the law. This is his right to do this. They got permissions to do this on the railway station. It's not something that if he'd come in without taking permissions, that's a very different story. But if everything was done in the correct manner, and yet this is what the repercussion is, that is absolutely the fault of our government. The same thing happened in the Bangalore molestation, in which the police couldn't handle crowds. So that makes me wonder, what's going on? Do we need more police forces in this country?
Okay.
Are police forces
That's a valid point, and I take it.
And whose responsibility is that?
That's a valid point.
This is for me an issue of public safety. We just saw this in Bangalore, and now we're seeing it again. So my thing is, what's going on?
That's a valid point, and I take it. And before I go back to Geeta Kapoor and Nagma, I just want to get in Mr. Dutt one more time here.
The population is too large.
All right, Ira, give me a second. One second.
To be blamed.
One second. Mr. Dutt, I want to ask you very clearly.
I will take just 2 minutes.
Yes, go ahead.
Duty and rights go hand in hand. Railway platform is a very sensitive area. This is a restricted area. Abroad, if you don't have a ticket, you cannot go in there. In India, you have to have at least a platform ticket. So organizers should have seen, and also I have seen the actor has traveled as a passenger. So if you go as a passenger, and I don't see any arrangement, any address, he just waved to the crowd. So platform, what should be from public side, organizer side, if so many people have to come, they should purchase the ticket. Only then authorities will know, here are the people and arrangements have to be made. So it is both ways. Organizers should have anticipated, made arrangement, and if actor was to address, then something different could have been done. There are so many other ways of doing it. So what has happened is very, very unfortunate. As an ex-railway man.
So at some level, Mr. Dutt, you are holding the organizers responsible. At some level, you are saying they should have done their due diligence just by announcing a promotional event and not taking care of the security considerations. Some part of the blame must lie with the organizers.
Sir, that's okay. And secondly, the organizer, the people who go, it is known. If you have to go on a platform, you have to buy a platform ticket. Only then the administration will get to know. So many people have to be catered for. And if there is more, you provide a check. So my request is, railways is part of life. It has to grow. It is the most environment friendly medium which is the future of the world. So let us all enjoy, let us follow the discipline so that such events can be avoided.
Yes, that's all very well, sir, but a life has been lost today for no fault of his. Nagma, let me come back to you and Geeta Kapoor.
Very unfortunate.
No, hold on. It's very unfortunate. Nobody disputes that. Even Shah Rukh Khan came out today and said it's God's will. We can't really do anything about it. But Nagma, if I could come back to Nagma for a bit here and ask her, Nagma, there are people, in fact, one particular lawyer who's written to the Railway Minister, Suresh Prabhu, citing various violations in her opinion, in her mind, that were violated because of this entire exercise. Now, do you really believe that because Shah Rukh Khan is a celebrity, he's getting all the hate, all the flack for it? Because as we've established right now, all he did was wave out of a train, which he has every right to do so. But do you think using public utilities where there is a danger of crowds gathering and the kind of star Mr. Shah Rukh Khan is, should they have perhaps seen this coming, that there would be a massive frenzy because Shah Rukh is such a big star? Should there have been better arrangements? Could this tragedy been have avoided?
See, it's really sad that we're taking away the focus from the real aspect here. What is the reality? Look at what happened with the way the police behaved at the silent protest of the students in Tamil Nadu and Chennai for Jallikattu. We saw that how they had a silent protest, the students had a silent protest for so many, 6 days or so, and then the police came in and then there was a lathi charge. The similar situation happened over here. So we need to take you know, proper care of the law and order situation. We need to take care of the railway authorities and the system in place, because that is where the problem lies. I mean, as I told you, a railway station is a public place. There is a lot of crowd always on the railway station, irrespective whether a Shah Rukh Khan is traveling by train or not. And when a Shah Rukh Khan is traveling by train, I'm sure that the authorities knew about it, and it was their prerogative to take care of the situation. I mean, you cannot divert attention to a Shah Rukh Khan by talking about Shah Rukh Khan and saying that was Shah Rukh Khan responsible or not. Shah Rukh Khan's responsibility was to intimate to the authorities that he is traveling and this is going to be happening, and which he did so. And thereafter, the authority has to take care of a situation. If they are incapable of taking care of the situation, then I don't think they should be in power. They shouldn't take.
Geeta Kapoor, it's the authorities.
Saying, hey,
it's
Prabhu,
the railway police
how
then.
long is he going to do that?
It's the railway police, Geeta Kapoor.
Whoever, that is exactly, that is precisely what I'm saying. That is precisely what I have been saying, that whoever is at fault, whoever is at fault, Shah Rukh Khan, Mr. Shah Rukh Khan knew that he has got a huge fan following. Now, what he knew what has happened at Vadodara, but he still went ahead. Now,
didn't the authorities know the same thing?
Well, didn't they? Yeah, absolutely, Nagma. The authorities went on with it just like Shah Rukh did. That's exactly my point. So, is it fair then to hold Shah Rukh Khan or his PR team responsible for this film promotion?
They just went on like anybody else.
Yeah.
They just went on like anybody else was traveling.
Okay.
I mean, they got to understand that the Shah Rukh Khan is traveling. He has a frenzy, and therefore they have to take care of that frenzy. And they have to provide medical aid at a situation if a stampede has to occur, if something has to happen. They can't just have a lathi charge and callously behave in a situation like that.
So do you think they jumped the gun, the police?
And that too at Vadodara, at a platform like this?
No, but Nagma, do you think then the police at the station jumped the gun
year
and
after
used
year
the
to
entire...
improve the situations of the platforms?
Do you think the police
the
erred? My question is, do you think the
well,
police
we are not
erred in
talking
Vadodara?
about the police. We are talking about the railway authorities.
The GRP was there, the
I
railway
don't
police
want
was
to
there
put
as well.
the blame squaringly on the police. It is also the railway authorities, and the railway authorities, we are seeing every month, month after month, we are seeing innocent lives lost. And who is to blame? Is a Shah Rukh Khan to blame for all that? And why are we putting a blame on the Shah Rukh Khan? Why are we diverting the focus today? Why is the focus being diverted to a Shah Rukh Khan?
Okay, I believe...
Are so many lives in note ban lost because of a Shah Rukh Khan?
No, I believe, Nagma, hold on.
Why is
we are not trying to pin the blame here on anyone. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what exactly happened. And could it been avoided or not? We are not interested in pinning the blame on anyone.
I will help you get to the bottom of it.
Yes, and let me just clarify, Nagma, for our viewers as well. We are not interested in pinning the blame on either Mr. Shah Rukh Khan or anyone else. We just want to know what happened and could it have been avoided. That's why we're doing this debate today. I want to go back to Ira Trivedi.
No, but it
she has a
seems
point.
like that we're only discussing Shah Rukh Khan.
No, that's not true. That's not true. If you
out.
didn't see my introduction, Nagma, replay the tapes tonight at home and you will see what I'm talking about. This is not about pinning the blame on Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan does have a frenzy. We all know that.
All right,
we all need to take care of the situation when a situation like that does arise.
No.
All right, Ira Trivedi.
Athar, I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right here that it is not a blame game, which is what every single debate turns into. Is it blaming the government, blaming a person who's at fault? I think what we really need to look at here is what are security forces are doing, whether it's women's safety, whether it's at a railway platform, whether it's in Bangalore, whether it's in Vadodara, whether it's in Delhi. At every single place, our systems are failing. And it's time that this doesn't happen anymore. In this day and age of technology, where everything can be monitored by numbers, you know, where the number of people coming in, where technology can monitor so much movement, why is something like this happening? You know, so I really think that in this day and age of technology, there should be no stampedes. There shouldn't be such situations. And why is this happening? We need to get to the bottom of this. What is the problem? Is it that the police forces are not trained? Or is it that they're not equipped?
Fair enough.
Is it that they're not enough?
So here's the next question then.
How can we solve this?
So here's the next question then.
I do think that this is what we should be looking at. And why are we, time and again, why are these incidents happening?
All right. So here's the next question then. There are certain individuals, Saira, this is for you. Certain individuals, certain activists, certain lawyers have tried to give it a hue. And as someone pointed out right now, why are we trying to pin Shah Rukh Khan here? All he did was go on a promotional tour and wave to the crowds. It's nobody's argument that he should stop traveling by public transport. He has every right to. He's a citizen of the country. He's breaking no laws. But what would you say to those individuals today who claim that even the railway authorities, by giving this required and requisite permission for this, broke the law? How do you respond to those people today?
See, I feel it's, you know, the railway ministry has to do a thorough investigation into what exactly happened, and then we'll be in a better position to comment, because whether laws were broken or laws are not broken is too premature to make a statement on this. So I feel let the railway ministry, find a detailed, find on whatever happened, whatever transpired, you know, when Shah Rukh Khan made this entire journey. And I feel the railway authorities need to be answerable to whatever's happened, because we've seen a lot of rules being lax, you know, like I have traveled by train, there's so many other people who have traveled by train, and we see that, you know, there is severe gross of security protocols. People are hanging out, out of doors. There are people who go to the washrooms to take a smoke. I mean, there are people who do that. So I feel it's time that the railway authorities really need to pull up their socks. There's certain, SOPs that need to be strict.
Right.
I mean, strict means strict, and following it to the T.
All right.
And like I mentioned earlier, that
Yeah, I just also want to focus a bit on the lathi charge itself, because the argument here for the lathi charge, Nagma, is that because fans became slightly impatient, they went into a frenzy, they went berserk, the police had no option but to do it in a constricted space like a railway station. Now, should the police, who must have been intimated about the fact that Shah Rukh Khan was traveling, his fans are coming to see him, because there were social media posts not only by Shah Rukh's team but also by the railways themselves after every hour, I'm being told. Do you think the police jumped the gun? Could they have handled the situation better? The railway authorities, the police present at the spot, was lathi charge the absolute wrong option then?
Look, all I want to say over here is, I already I cited a situation to you about the Jallikattu, the student silent protest which was happening in Chennai, and how the police turned it around. There is another example I would like to give you at the railway station, is one of Swati's. How Swati was murdered in broad daylight. I mean, like there wasn't crowd there then, but the security wasn't adequate. CCTV cameras weren't working. So there are so many lapses that are happening all around the country. We saw a similar situation in different places happening time and again, and now we are seeing the same situation happening in Vadodara. Who knew that if this was deliberately done to spoil this, this entire campaign, or whatever it was done for whatever which reason, but a life has been lost, and innocent lives are being lost. Every month we are losing so many lives, and nothing has been spoken about that. Why are we changing focus and the goalpost to a Shah Rukh Khan? I mean, that's the least of our concern.
All right. All right.
And tell me that in this country, are we not safe if we are wanting to do a promotion, or if we are wanting to do a film shot or a film shooting with the adequate permissions in place? Are these not systems responsible then?
Okay, fair enough. You know, one quick
These
comment.
authority is responsible to take care of the crowds in
You know,
whichever
throughout the
manner.
course of this debate, there's one point that kept coming up is that people die in this country every day for one reason or the other. But today, somehow, some sections have tried to pin it on Shah Rukh
No,
Khan
they are
himself.
not dying every day. We are talking about the people who died because of note ban. We are talking about the people who died because of the
That's
railway
exactly my
station
point. Don't take me the
mishaps
wrong way.
which are
I'm agreeing
happening
with you in a
and
sense.
the way it's being mishandled.
No, I'm
We're
agreeing
talking
with you,
about
Nagma.
bullet trains here.
I'm agreeing
We are
with
talking
you.
about bullet trains, but have
I'm
we
agreeing
reached
with you
to
here.
that level?
Allow me to finish my point. I'm agreeing with you here that in a country,
Look at the first
in a
aid
country
systems
where
at the
people
railway
die for one reason or the other almost every day, does the same kind of press go into those stories? Do we hold people accountable? You mentioned the note ban. Some people have, in fact, said that should all the deaths because of or connected to note bandi be directed towards the Prime Minister? I don't want to get into that right now. I don't want to get into that right now. That's off topic for me. So, Mr. Dutt, let me just end this debate by asking you
That's
one.
absolutely wrong. That's absolutely wrong. We are talking about.
What's absolutely wrong? Your point, because I agreed with your point.
We
right
are
now.
giving so much of focus and attention to one life that is lost because of one life that is lost because of Shah Rukh Khan propaganda. That too because when Shah Rukh Khan, intimated the authorities that
Well,
he's
that's
going
exactly
to
what
have
I'm saying.
something like
Nagma.
that.
You have to listen to what I say.
And whose responsibility then is it?
That's
Isn't
exactly
it
what
the
I said. That's exactly what I
responsibility
asked,
of the authorities?
Nagma. You have to listen to
So
what
when
I
you're
say.
saying that lives are lost, why are we, making it?
That's
why are we
exactly what I
making it so
said. Should the
general? Why
same
are
logic be applied to those
Yeah,
then,
I am listening.
Nagma?
I'm listening very carefully.
Should
That's
the
exactly
same
why I'm
logic
saying
be
that
applied to
lives are
those is
lost
my
every
question.
day. We can't make it so general.
It's not generous. I was agreeing with your point. If you can't understand what I'm saying, that's not my fault, Nagma. But let me just end this debate by asking Mr. Dutt one question. Mr.
So we're
Dutt,
talking about what I am understanding what you're
Yes,
saying,
Mr.
Athar.
Khan.
We're talking that what is happening on railway stations day after day.
yes, and much more, by the way. But Mr. Dutt, just one last question to you, sir. There is this argument. There is this argument, at least, by a section really of activists who don't really agree with Nagma or Ira on the panel, who believe that it was not really behooving a star of Shah Rukh Khan's stature to use public utility here. Do you think all the requisite or prerequisite permissions given to Mr. Shah Rukh Khan and his PR team for this kind of novel, if I can call it a promotional event, do you think those railway officials somehow bent the rules, or did they do whatever they had to do? Were they completely under their purview? They broke no laws according to you. Nothing wrong there.
Athar, I have not seen the procedure, but as it seems, Mr. Shah Rukh Khan travelled as a passenger and he came out and waved. So as far as that is concerned, it is his right as a passenger to go, and I think he used it. He was a celebrity, fans were coming, yes. People coming should have purchased the platform tickets, should have behaved in an orderly way. That would have prevented the tragedy. And then again I will say, the investment required in railways to make, somebody talked about this technology, so that
Well, ultimately, perhaps then it all boils down to our lack of infrastructure then, doesn't it? Public utilities like the railways, which are the backbone of our country, cannot handle even a single sort of a spike in passenger traffic or even a fan traffic, it would seem. Ultimately, what is unfortunate is that a life has been lost. And I think I would agree with the majority of the panel that by pinning the blame on either Mr. Shah Rukh Khan or just the railway authorities or just the police wouldn't really do. A thorough investigation is needed, and before that, jumping to conclusions, as some politicians already have jumped to conclusions. I don't want to name them. They're trying to give it a political hue, but that, of course, will backfire. Even we know that. Thank you, Nagma, for joining us. Thank you, Saira Shah Ali, Mira Trivedi, BK Dutt, and Geeta Kapoor, who joined us.